to the bone. This is the first to the bone that I made for me, and it just kind of fell in the drawer and hadn't been used since. African blackwood, red liners, red pins, red center mosaic WC. Okay, AEBL has the old marking with the E outside the Texas. Okay, to the bone. If you don't know what the specs are on to the bones, 1 inch width at the widest part, 5 inches cutting, 9 3/4 overall. Handle is about 4 1/4 with about a 1/2 inch choil, finger choil right there. All right, so still plenty of room to grab onto it, hold on to it, and do your business there. It does have a sheath, a leather sheath that will come with it. It's a right hand basic sheath with a ferro rod loop. Okay, I've got 2 Whittlers. Both of these will come. They're made out of red oak that was on the sale here a few months ago. I had some that was put back I didn't catch, so they didn't sell. So red oak, 01 3/32 01 tool steel. They're dull because they got that beeswax on them to protect the blades. Phenomenal little whittlers, little neck knife. I got 2 of them, and so we'll put those on the website and get rid of those as well. Okay, I don't know what that is on there, little 3 dots, but hey, it's in the wood, don't know. Sell them as is. We'll put them on discount. All right, next knives are, I got some daily chores. This is black canvas micarta. Has the prototype laser etching on it. This was when I was playing around with the laser, and personally I would prefer this, but everybody else wanted the other ones that I went with eventually. But I prefer this one. But hey, what do I know? But anyway, this is a full flat Woodsman's full flat daily chore. Has a Scandi that goes into a full flat. This one is just blended. The full flat starts about here and it's blended back. I love this grind. This grind is a very nice grind. I almost kept this knife, and man, it feels fantastic in the hands. Both of these knives do, these daily chores. The daily chores is probably one of the most comfortable handles that I've done. So if you have large or extra large hands, this is the knife that you want to get. The width on the blade is about 1 1/4 inches. Cutting edge is 4 inches. Overall is 9 let's call it 8. Okay. Then I've got a brown handle micarta, which is actually a natural handle micarta that's turning brown. This full flat is not blended, so you can kind of see the difference. Okay. But both of them are the Woodsman's full flat grinds, as a Scandi going into the full flat. Again, phenomenal filling knife for a large or extra large hands. 5/32 AEBL. No, Nitro V. I'm sorry, Nitro V on both. Yeah, both of them 5/32 Nitro V. Cutting edge 4 inches. Width, yep, 1 1/4 inches. Handle 4 1/2. Overall is 9. Okay. All right, last 2 is I've got 2 of the Skinners. These are prototypes. One is CPM 154, and this one is CPM 35VN. Okay, orange G10. This one is drunken coffee bag with a burgundy liner, thick liner, and burgundy pins. All right, specs on these are 1 3/8 width, 4 inches cutting. Overall is 8 3/4. Okay, and this one is 1/8 inch CPM S35VN. Okay, the other one is 5/32 CPM 154. And it is 1 3/8 width, Cutting edge is 4 inches. Overall is 8 3/4. All right. That's the blades for the deal. I'm going to throw one more in here. I have got a Sportsman's Choice. It's got the old one on the blade that I have been using. This is a used knife, but I mean I just use it in the kitchen. I've got the prototype, so we'll let this one go as well. If you don't know what the Sportsman's Choice is, there's videos on most of this. But the overall, the cutting edge is 5 1/2. Overall is 10 3/8. This is orange short touch with lime or neon green pins. No liners. So there you go. The widest part of this is about 1 inch and let's say 1/4, a little over 1/4. Hey, I found a few more of the one-ofs and prototypes and that we're gonna put in the sale. Man, this is becoming a phenomenal sale. All right. I hope you guys can settle on 3 or 4 or 5 or 10, but it's gonna be tough. All right. I have a stranded woodsman in 3V. 3V. All right. See the V in the Texas? That's a 3V. All right. It's got the old Texas stamp. Has the old hand stamp. It's not laser etched. Has my card, the coffee bag micarta with a thick OD green. It's hard to see. And this knife has been used a little bit, but it's still a great knife. So anyway, if you don't know what the stranded woodsman is, at the widest part, it's about 2 1/8, something like that. Cutting edge is 7 inches. Overall is 12 5/8. Handle is 4 7/8. Okay. With this, I have 2 Kydex sheaths. Has a horizontal carry. And again, when you're going to remove a knife from a Kydex sheath like this, a taco sheath, grab the handle, push against the sheath with your thumb. Okay. Don't just grab it and pull, because it'll be out here waving around because you can't control it. Grab the handle with your hand, push against the sheath with your thumb. Easy peasy. Putting it back, put it back in the sheath. Just grab that with your thumb, pull to you. Okay. It also has the standard dangler sheath, like so. Okay, and has a little belt or the pocket clip dangler snaps. Okay, so that will be put on the website as a used. And again, if it's Kydex, it's going to have little brush marks on the blade. I mean, Kydex is going to do that. I don't care what you do. Kydex is going to scuff up the blade. It's just part of it. All right. I have this is a Sportsman's with a full flat grind. This is a prototype. See the double stamp? Again, this is hand stamp and a Model A. Again, it has coffee bag, micarta scales, black pins, and a black liner. Okay, blade on it. Cutting edge is 4 1/4. Overall is 9 1/4. Widest part is 1 1/8. Handle is 4 1/2. Okay, fills up the hand very nicely. This is a phenomenal design. I don't know why this didn't sell any more than it did. I mean, it sold quite a few, but I figured this would be a 30 or 40 item sale. But anyway, this is a phenomenal knife. Kitchen, woods, camp, processing game. I mean, that full flat portion right there, man, it's a slicer. Okay, here is another prototype playing around in the wood in the shop. Has a saber that's blended into a distal taper right here with a 11 to 12 degree cutting edge. This one is drunken coffee bag. See a little red tint. Has a red liner, the thick liner. Has a center mosaic pin. It fills up the hand very nicely. So if you have large hands, this one would fit up your hand, fill up your hand very nicely. 4 inch cutting edge, 9 1/4 overall. Handle is 4.5. And again, I will not list the specs on the website because there's just too much. The specs are here in this video only. So be sure and take notes. Here is a one of. This one was just I was trying to develop the a knife that for a fillet knife, sort of flat, so, you know, just playing around in the shop. This is a one of. This is Nitro V. I don't know if I told you what this one is. This one is AEBL. Okay, AEBL. Again, this one is AEBL. See the E in the Texas? If you can see that, that's AEBL. Okay. All right. This one is Nitro V. Full flat, and it has the little hook right there for, I mean, it's just hit a hook and cut anything. I mean, cutting off fish tails or whatever you need to do, cutting up bait. This one is black canvas micarta scales, black pins. At the hook, it's about 1 inch wide. At the full flat, it's about 3/4. The full flat portion is about 3 3/4. The Scandi with the hook is about 1.5 inches. Handle is 4 3/8. And the overall is 9 3/4. Okay. Now here is a blood drop that got a little narrow right here. The blade's a little bit shorter than the standard blood drop. When I was grinding it, it just got away from me. All right, but it's still too good of a knife to discard. I used it for a while. Phenomenal knife. The blade on it at the widest part is about 1 1/8 inches. Cutting edge is 3 7/8. Overall is 9 1/4. Handle is 5 inches. Again, there's a lot of handle there. This is a natural canvas micarta, which is aged and now it's turned brown. All right. It does have a dangler sheath, and again, I use this setup, so it's going to have little scuff marks here and there. The dangler on it is a mismatch. It's from a different type of leather, so that you can see the difference. But phenomenal user knife. All right. Again, this is a blood drop, and you'll see the 2 on it. So this one was from the second run of the blood drops. Nitro V. Yep, Nitro V. See the N in the Texas. All right. Have one that I messed up on the Sportsman's Choice, so I developed a new design. It's just too good of steel to let it go. So anyway, here you go. It's a full flat in a saber. It's almost like the Outfitter, but different. Okay, so it has a little bit of flex to it. So I think this will be a good sportsman's knife. Has that Scandi portion there for a little bit of beefier blade if you need it. The thickness on this one is 1/16. The full flat portion is 3 1/2. The Scandi portion is 1 5/8. Handle is 4 5/8. Overall is 10 1/4. Okay. Widest part at the full flat is 1 or 3/4. Let's just call it 3/4. Okay. Has the etching for the prototype on there because this is one of. All right. Okay, so that's the all of the knives that's prototypes, one ofs that I've been collecting dust in the drawers and been used a little bit but put away. Okay, so let's talk about sheaths for a moment. We kind of backtrack here. Since no one knows what they're going to get as far as once the sale kicks off in 24 hours or at noon the following day once this video goes live, then I'm going to hold the sheaths from publishing those for an additional 24 hours. So The knives will be posted at noon the following day after this video is released, Central Standard Time, as mentioned before in this video. But the sheaths will not be uploaded until the following 24 hours. So in other words, it'll be the following day at noon, Central Standard Time, that the sheaths will be uploaded. That way, once you know which knife you've got, you can pick the sheath for it, okay? So it's going to be kind of hectic there when the knives are going on sale, if it's anything like it usually is. So you're not going to know which sheath to put because you don't know which knife you're going to get, okay? So we'll do it that way. That way it kind of help you guys out. You're not so rushed trying to get the sheath that's going to match a knife. Hopefully you get the knife, okay? Hope that makes sense. All right. Oh, I had two more. Wow. This is the prototype B and A for the Hunter, the Master Woodsman Hunter, and both of these are in Nitro V. You see the N there? This was before I started putting them in the Texas. Both of them have black canvas micarta, brass pins. A, give you some dimensions. It's 1/8 inch Nitro V. 5 3/8 cutting edge. Handle is 4.5. Overall is 10.5. Widest at blade length width is 1 3/8. Okay, and B is 5 5/8 cutting edge. Handle is 4.5. Overall is 10 5/8, counting the little hammer pole. The widest part is 1 3/8. Okay, so you guys can't skip around in this video. You got to watch the whole thing. If you skipped around, go back, watch it again. Okay, and please do not ask a bunch of questions as already listed in the video. All right. Okay.